Alright guys, we got a twin TP, dual XLX2. We're gonna do a little bit of soldering. So like we spoke in the last video, these are gonna be the jumper cables from there to here, 3 and 3 for each side. The ESC's gotta be turned around. Anyways, what we got planned here is we gotta solder 2 females here and then 4 males there. So females will connect here and males will connect in there. 8mm castle. It's a lot of money here. These 3 of these are like 18 bucks. Heat shrinks. You guys want to find this heat shrink? I got a video just on the heat shrink. This is good stuff. Inside, it has some type of glue. And once you heat it up, it grabs. It's not going to go nowhere. You can check this one out. How solid that baby is. So anyways, time for us to solder here. Okay, so we're ready for this. We got some flux. So what we're going to do is, let's put this stuff to the side so we have more space here. We're going to need plenty of space, just about right here. So we're going to keep things in order. So first, remember all these are tinned up. So I want to tin this as well. And this little guy. So a little bit of magic work here with flux. What we're going to do is put flux in here. And we'll take one of these, stick it into one of these ports here. This is fine here. I'm gonna fill this up. Okay, that doesn't sit well there. Okay, and we're gonna put a little bit on this. Okay, and we're gonna let this stuff sit there, and our solder should be kind of ready. Anyways. What we're gonna do here is, let's put this to the side for now. Let's tin this up. Oops, look at that, lost all grip. Let's tighten this up. We're gonna tighten this up a bit. So there we have it. Okay, what I like to do is, there you go, a little bit there, and then the rest of the magic just happens from the heat. There you go. You don't need a lot, like a drop, and if you need to add more, you could add more. I like to check the other side as well. So let's just twist it, and sometimes it doesn't go through like this one. Let's get a little bit more. One thing I will tell you, good connection, good speed comes from the connection. So this is ready to go. I like how that came out. I'm gonna put a little bit more flux on this. And flux I use because it lets it flow better. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna give it a touch, just a tiny amount. And once it heats up, it will flow right through. There you have it. And let's check the other side. And there we have it. Make it nice and good all around. When the thing is nice and hot, you have the control. Okay, you have the control. What this does is it grabs all the wires together and you're good to go there. So we're gonna put this away for a second. I do need to figure this part out right here because this thing is not gonna be easy. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get ready with our wires here. And when it's time to go, it's time to go. So you also gotta tin up this end of it. So I like to kind of pack it up, okay? That's what I like to do here. Once I pack this up, it's gonna be nice and sizzly. And we're gonna get this ready over here. And what I wanna do here is I wanna kind of start it up. I didn't like how that went. I didn't like that, so I'm gonna take this back out. I want that thing kind of filled up, okay? So it's like very solid connection in there. So it's like packed up, okay? So I don't need to add any more in here. And what I want to do here is, this will melt in there, okay? Okay, I still don't like it, okay? The reason why I don't like it is because I stuck it in there because while it was cold, while it was hot, and it just pushed everything out. So give it a moment, let it calm down. And once it's ready, we can finish out this job. So now it's packed, you see? Now I should feel the force that this solder, both sides dropped in together and they grabbed. Okay, I should feel that. There you go. Definitely felt that, okay? Definitely felt that. So what do we do with this extra solder that's sitting around over here? What I usually do is, I like to just melt it in, okay? Melt it off, or melt it to the back. Okay, this is nice and hot. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna let it cool off, and then I'm gonna check my connection, okay? So I'm gonna do this for each and every single one of these. I'm gonna show you one or two, and once we're done, we will connect it onto the car. Only problem I have here is my hole is kind of, I don't know what happened here. I think this was the hole for this. So we're gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna pack this up this time, okay? The first one I kind of like not did what I wanted it to do. So once it's nice and sizzly, you should be able to pack this up, okay? There you go. Maybe a little bit more on the top, and it's right to the top. Okay, now we're gonna get the second cable. So remember, it's male and then it has to be a female. So what we're gonna do here is, we're gonna put this, we're gonna let this sit right here. So remember, it is not gonna go through because it's not that hot. So we need to heat this up, put some solder here, and you should see it, feel it drop in, like it dropped into a melted ice. Okay, there you go. So again, this extra stuff gotta go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just hold this way. Okay, I love these connections, how they coming out. You can even flow this back into the housing. There you go. Perfect, perfect. So there you have it. This is hot. I'm gonna leave this alone. Let's check this connection here. This is even still hot. Okay, but you should be able to, let's grab a rag here. If you grab this, you want to pull on this, you want to look in there, and you should be able to see a nice solid connection, okay? And if you don't like it for any reason, like something like this, what I like to do here is, I like to add a little bit more right to the edge there. And there you have it. Pack it up, you know, as much as you can. You shouldn't have to do this if your solder is, if you did a good connection there. So there you go. That's good. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. Meanwhile, I'm gonna show you one more, which is gonna be the males there. So I wanna check the connection before we move on from here. This is more like it. So once I do this, the wiring kind of goes back. So I do want to fix this up as well. I mean, even there's nothing wrong here, I do want to add a bit more to this to finish up my job well done. So I could say that I didn't mess up there. So if you want to add some flux, that's all up to you. I like to add flux. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna melt this baby in. Cause when you add a flux, it like just flows in there better. There you go, perfect. That's how the connection should be. There you go. Hopefully you guys can see that. So this is solid done, and what we're gonna do is one last one, and this is gonna be the male to female. So a little bit of flux. Let's have one of our cables ready, and let's fill this baby up. Okay, there you go. Perfect. We're gonna wait a moment. Let me give you guys a better angle this time. So why don't we do it like this? Why don't we do it like this? Okay, if that's gonna work out or anyway. Okay, let's do the magic here. The heat should start to transfer to both. Okay, you're gonna transfer the heat to both, not one, but both. Once it melts in, it should sizzle right in just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. If you got to, like, we have too much flux, that's what I mean, too much solder in there. That's what I like to see. I like to see my solder come out, okay? And within like 10-20 seconds, you should be able to pull this guy out of there, and nothing went on to our edge. So it's kind of, we can work this baby back in there. Okay, we can work this guy right into the connector. There you go. Perfect. Look at this solder, guys. Solid stuff. You shouldn't have to go to the hobby shop, guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rest of them, and then we'll be back and we'll connect them together. Okay, guys, so I am done here. Make sure it's not hot. So you want to check all your connection, every single connection you want to check, pull on it, and the ones that got heat shrink on it, I already checked those when I did soldering. So these are all solid, okay? These are all solid. So remember, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna have we're gonna put this one there. Okay, so it's gonna be 2 red and 1 black, so I can see the difference in motor, which wire, if I need to switch them around. Same thing here. So this heat shrink, I got it online, guys, so I do have a video on that, so if you want to check that out. Good stuff, okay, and expensive too. It's like 25 bucks, but I think it's a better deal than going buying at your regular store. You get a box with a whole bunch of just crap in it, because you're only going to use the size that you need, okay? This thing has like some kind of glue on it, so there you go. That's solid, so that's one. And what I need is, I'm going to need another red here. And this is to the edge. A lot of people use heat shrink to, a lot of people use hair dryer or a heat gun. I use a letter torch lighter, which works really well. And there you have it. I like to just squeeze on it once it's done. So there's one, and I'm gonna put another opposite side here. That's how easy this is, okay? Very easy to work with this heat shrink. You don't want to leave any exposed contact when these 2 wires can touch each other, because remember, they're gonna be right next to each other, okay? So you don't want to leave like a little bit of exposure here, even though it's going to be covered, that just the tip of it, like right there. So you could work around with the solder, okay? You can heat it up a bit and it will work with you. So that's 1, 2, and then what we'll do is make this one red as well. Let me use this side. And I did say we're going to put them together, but it's not going to be in this video. I just remember that because I still need to create plates for the ESCs to sit, okay? Because I don't want to put these thin. Once these are in, I want to leave them alone. So we'll do them. You will get to see them, but probably in a video coming up down the road. So this is that. And I need one more red here. And I'll use this side. It's more flat. And there you go. Perfect. There you go. So we got one set here. So all we got is 3 heat shrinks left here. So red on red and black on black. So I like to keep my wires same length, even though the ESC 2 wires will be, 1 wire will be closed, the closest to the ESC from the motor, but I don't want to keep them all the same length. So as you can see, all of my wires are same length, and the reason is you don't want a little bit of glitch in the performance of the motor. It can make a difference. A lot of people say the wire does make a difference. Okay, I don't have a theory behind it. I don't have a video behind it. But I'm sure, okay? Because I study electric. Okay, come on, Mr. Lighter. Don't die on me now. And let's say you have, you're going to the moon and you're going to the modules, okay? So think of it as a wire length to the moon, and one wire will take, one has to be longer, okay? It's going to be longer distance. It's going to take more longer, okay? The performance, okay? Performance counts. So just think of it as that way. Think of it as a resistance, okay? Okay, since we're talking electricity and wiring. There you go. Always works after a tap or so. So there's our soldering here is complete. I do need to heat shrink a lot of the stuff on the motor. I'm sorry, on the ESC and the motors, yeah, both of them. So what I'll do is I will do same thing on the motor. So black wire will get black. One of the wires will has to be black. So if I ever need to switch it around, I will know I'm switching. Let's say that way. I will know I'm switching this black one to here around or this way. So just makes a little bit better. Okay. Anyways. Thank you for watching this video, guys. So at the end, we will connect these, but I need to heat shrink all these. So I need to get a lot of heat shrink done here, which you won't see, but same process. Anyways, thank you for watching my video, and bye-bye.